NightMare might be trying to set up a huge surround here with all sorts of splash damage. Almost loses the War Prism with the High Templar by the skin of its teeth. That survives, dropping off the High Templar now. And the Colossus as well, raining fire from afar. Nice Storm Land center mass on that group of Byo. And another one, and another one. NightMare keeps it coming with the splash damage, but ByuN is also holding his ground, and ByuN is taking care of the charge lots. Now NightMare is the one in retreat. We just go for a storm drop right in the main base and a Warp Prism, a Warping of charge lots as well. So gonna really tax ByuN's attention here, gonna pull his attention in two different directions. These charge lots though getting on top of the SCVs. There is enough Byo there to stop them. And no room in the Warp Prism as well to save these charge lots, but that's okay because the High Templar now make their presence known with the storms, getting 9 SCVs. Colossus and 2 High Templar. I love the mixing up of the various splash damage choices here. And actually it looks like NightMare might be trying to set up a huge surround here with all sorts of splash damage. Almost loses the War Prism with the High Templar by the skin of its teeth. That survives, dropping off the High Templar now. And the Colossus as well, raining fire from afar. Nice Storm Land center mass on that group of Byo. And another one, and another one. NightMare keeps it coming with the splash damage, but ByuN is also holding his ground, and ByuN is taking care of the charge lots. Now NightMare is the one in retreat, and he's the one falling back to his base. His charge lots, a fresh warping of them, do save the day. But here comes a huge one in the form of this medevac drop. NightMare does have 2 High Templar. Do they have any energy for storms? If the Byo can land on top of the probes, I don't think NightMare would use the storms, but instead he's just gonna power on through into the main base. ByuN trying to pull NightMare's attention away as he is also probing onto this third base here. NightMare's production is in danger as well as his higher tech structures, but he is splitting up his forces appropriately, because at the same time, NightMare actually has a Zell out run by. Although he's not going to be doing nearly as much damage, the potential is not there. ByuN though, looking like he may just get cleaned up here as the Stalker's blinking in, taking out medevac. ByuN now is running back, tail between his legs, but turning around actually on these Colossus, which were left hanging here from NightMare, trying to get it back to the safety of the shield battery. Does save it there at the last minute. The rest of NightMare's force desperately needs to come through here to stop this assault. And it looks like they finally will. I think we have a High Templar in that War Prism, but he gets obliterated from ByuN. Another blink forward from NightMare's Stalkers. These two players are trading blows here as the siege tanks in the back, creating a backstop here. NightMare trying to get the flank as well with the charge lots there. Are we going to see a shift to disruptors though, as the Viking count has reached that point? Nice pick off here from NightMare. Sees a great opportunity, taking out 2 tanks and also jumping on this left side base. ByuN pulled his entire army away just to deal with that little run by, and NightMare is powering through. At the same time, ByuN though, looking like he wants to go base for base as he is back on NightMare's third base. EMPs blanketing everywhere, but NightMare going to town on ByuN's worker count, and ByuN now is in a dangerous position economy-wise as NightMare is continuing to expand, slowly whittling ByuN away here. Mainly in the economy department, the run-bys have been absolutely devastating to ByuN, as he does find a free base there that NightMare was simply out of position for. But now here comes the cavalry. Stalker is going to blink forward first. Nexus will fall. And NightMare trying to shave off the Viking count as well. Here come some High Templar on the left side though. Charge lots in the back. ByuN looking like he's going to get sandwiched here with Splash, but the EMPs are also going out. He's defending this Byo force. Does have the superior army supply as well. NightMare simply unable to land the big shots he wants, but there's no ghost with this force here, so NightMare sees a free opportunity to jump on this Byo force here. At the same time though, ByuN is moving towards this right hand side base. NightMare desperately trying to recall back in time to save it. That is a lot of overstim Byo here from ByuN. It may just be enough for NightMare to clear up everything here. Catching one medevac, not able to catch the other, but landing big blows in the counterattack process is NightMare. Now the army supplies have evened up. NightMare feels like he has the advantage now. He's going to be moving forward with mainly Stalker. Here comes High Templar in tow, wants to get him off of the Xel'Naga tower. Please and thank you. as another big storm lands center mass on that tower. Charge lots are exactly what are needed right now, and they are going to be pushing the rest of this force from ByuN away. As now NightMare does have the army lead, and that's a result of all the damage he's done to the economy here of ByuN, who's stayed pretty much on 4 bases for a lot of this time. A lot of mule mining going down on this bottom right-hand base, and that is exactly the target of NightMare's next attack. With these charge slots, wisely just leaving a few behind and immediately regrouping with the rest of his army here is NightMare. As ByuN just cannot catch a break with these run-bys. Forced to evacuate and pick up here. And this is exactly what NightMare needs to keep doing. Just keep whittling away here at ByuN. That is a tremendous amount of charge lots. Gonna be able to soak up a lot of that range damage there. Catching this army here again is NightMare, as ByuN no energy in these medevacs. Bio is trying to stem backwards, and now here come the War Prism with the High Templar as a big juicy storm, and another one obliterating the Bio. The EMP is not able to do enough, and that is going to be it for ByuN as he taps out. NightMare takes game number 1. And NightMare with a bit of a sixth sense, angling for his 4th base, but also angling right where ByuN's medevac might be. May just be able to catch it. Again, blink is done, so these medevacs are in some danger as one blink forward and a storm just barely whiffing there. NightMare so aggressive with the Blink Stalkers, with the storm. It's again having the High Templar in tow in the War Prism here. The previous game he did detach it off to send it off to the main base, but it looks like he just wants to consolidate all his forces here and press on forward. We do have 2 siege tanks in the back, but NightMare also has storms, and he lands some big chunky ones there. +2 armor about to finish up, has started +1 armor here. This is not a big enough force here from ByuN, and this is all NightMare needs to jump in on it as a great blink forward there. We'll pick off some Marauders. The rest of ByuN's force is trying to rejoin the main group here, but NightMare is continuing to tee off on this small little section here. At the same time, NightMare now using this opportunity to try to get another run by going. We'll get stopped by the bunker, by the Marauders. At the same time, now collapsing in on this right-hand base. NightMare again giving ByuN the runaround and keeping him at bay with the storms there. We do have Vikings joining the fray here, but the Stalkers want to get rid of them, as many of them as they can. ByuN knows where this is heading. He does not want to be denied from his 4th base. As here comes another shove-in from NightMare. Just going to get rid of the sensor tower, deny ByuN that defensive vision that he really needs, dealing with such an aggressive style here from NightMare. He does land some feedbacks on those medevacs. These medevacs, actually, none of them have energy, so NightMare sees this, might see this as an opportunity to start jumping in and dealing some damage that over time cannot be healed up, as we do have a warp, and NightMare is choosing to pick this battle to maybe try to end it all. Aggressive blink forward, nice storm lands on the left-hand side, and this one really does catch a good chunk of units. We do have 2 siege tanks in the back, though, for ByuN, just teeing off on these brittle Stalkers. Archon in the front gonna provide some more shielding here, but this warp in position from NightMare is ensuring that he keeps feeding units into this fight. He went right, now he goes left. Here is NightMare keeping ByuN on his toes at all times, as he is just going to detach a little charge lot, hit squad again to pull away the army of ByuN, as NightMare is leaping on this right-hand side base with another charge lot run by and pushing into the center mass here. Does lose the War Prism, but lands a decent storm hit. Stalkers in the front, though, they're not great at tanking, but has taken care of a lot of the bio here from ByuN, as the Stalkers will be forced to retreat yet again, and now looking again to put the hurt on ByuN, who's moving forward to meet NightMare a little bit, but running right into the charge lots and the blinking Stalkers and the Colossus, and that is going to be it from ByuN, as NightMare takes game number 2.